Welcome everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Preview, along with head coach Bryce Drew. This is Todd Eichhoff, Crusaders with two more road games coming up this week. Good home win this past week against Belmont, and you look at what you've gone through, a lot of difficult games, and you have to be happy at least to be sitting at 7-2.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. A lot of games, a lot of road games. We're in the middle of 6 out of 8 games on the road right now, right in the middle of this stretch. So, as you know, travel takes a toll on you, and being on the road in Division I basketball is different. 70% of the time home team wins, so very difficult to win on the road.
We saw late in the game against Belmont how much this team maybe missed David Scarra over the past 3 weeks. Made big plays when he really needed to down the stretch.
David's been, when he's been healthy, he's been sensational. Had a great summer and started out the year fantastic. Injury set him back, but so nice to have him back, and our team definitely needed him.
All right, and had almost a week off. He's, I assume, even healthier this week, right?
Had a great week of practice. We didn't know if maybe he'd have a little setback after the game, but he's responded really well, and his ankle's even better this week than last week.
And how about Tavon Walker's knee going forward?
He practiced a little bit yesterday, so it'll be a game time decision for him. But hopefully, if he can keep progressing, hopefully we can get him back out there.
2 more good tests this week, starting with Indiana State, a team which over in recent years has been in the top half of the Missouri Valley. They're just 3-4 this year, but they've played some good games. They've got a good win over Hofstra.
Mm-hmm.
They've beaten Wyoming. They've got a couple scores you look at where they didn't play well. So they're a dangerous team, I assume, where if they're playing well, they can beat a lot of teams.
It's a great game for our fan bases. We've agreed to a 4-year deal with them, so they'll be here the next 2 years. We'll be back to them that 4th year. And, long history between the two schools. And, it's a good program, as we all know. Won a lot of games, has a great history with Larry Bird playing there. So it'll be neat for our guys to go down there and be on their campus.
Yeah, this is something you guys are trying to do when it comes to scheduling. Scheduling, and we've talked about this, it's difficult. But if you can get the Ball States on the schedule, the Indiana States on the schedule, these are ideal games to play, right? Bus trips, good, as you said, good for the fan base. A need from a recruiting standpoint when you end up recruiting the state, and here's the team that we'll end up playing them. This is ideal game, and you'd like to do more of that, right?
Yeah, we've talked to Greg Lansing, their coach, does a great job. We've talked, and we just both agreed we thought it'd be a great agreement to do for our fan bases and our schools, and they're a really good team. They finished 3rd last year in the Missouri Valley, and they've been to the tournament in the last few years, so excellent program.
Chicago State is a team, as you'll play on Friday, that you look at their scores, they have been a dangerous team this year. And they went down, and the game wasn't in Champaign, I think it was in Springfield. They played Illinois, and they led for most of the ball game. Obviously, there's some talent there. This isn't quite the Chicago State team that we remember from 10, 15 years ago that struggled to win 3 or 4 games. They're going to win a lot more games going forward.
Definitely. Tracy Dildy, very well known in Chicago, does a very good job recruiting. His team's playing, very disciplined, playing within his system very well. He was a very good defensive player. They play very good scrappy defense. And so we're excited about that game. For a lot of our kids to go home to Chicago. So we have a lot of Chicago kids. It'll be great to have their family, friends, high school coaches to be able to come see them.
All right, best of luck this week.
Thanks, Todd.
For head coach Bryce Drew, this is Todd Eichhoff. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Basketball Preview.